back to another episode of WORX TechTalk, a podcast where we dive deep into the stories behind the people behind the concrete polishing industry, the good, the gritty, and sometimes downright unbelievable. Today we've got a great story, one that's about legacy, full circle moments, and a man who's trying to master both the art of polished concrete and the work-life balance that so many of us are chasing. I'm talking about the man, none other than Dale Lumsden of Spec Floors. Dale, welcome down to sunny, beautiful, rainy, wet, cold Melbourne.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. Thanks for the jumper too. Probably wasn't expecting to need it as much as I do this morning, but yeah, I mean, I should know better. I do live in Victoria myself, so we do understand what Melbourne's like. It can be 4 seasons in one day. Dare say I'll be out there in a t-shirt later.
Yeah, true. So not actually from Melbourne. Whereabouts are you based? Where are Spec Floors?
Yeah, so we live in Chiltern now, which we're halfway between Wodonga and Wangaratta, but primarily been sort of centred in Albury, Wodonga for over 20 years now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice part of the world. And so you're a concrete grinder and polisher. That's why you're on the show.
Loosely, yep.
Loosely. And you're a second generation, brought up in the smell of early mornings and the hum of a generator and concrete grinding equipment.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Have you been grinding and polishing concrete since you were a kid?
Not entirely, not the whole time.
Oh, tell us about that.
So second generation, like very lucky to have had this opportunity to get to this point thanks to Dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he won the business in a poker match. I think we all kind of stumble into this at some point. Yeah, it's really not that far from the truth. So Dad was Spec Floors started in 2003.
Yep.
With Jim, and then Dad was playing poker with Jim, just free APL, and they became good friends. And Dad is very smart, very business orientated, but still very capable, hands-on with trade tech skills. So Dad was sort of winding up what he was doing as a roofer, and then the opportunity come into Spec Floors, so he took that. And then the joys of that is, as soon as Dad owned his own business there, he's like, "Oh, son, can you just come give me a bit of a hand after school, or what are you doing this weekend? Can you just..." Yeah, pretty much. Edges, dust bags, wet vacs, all the joy. You know exactly what it's like. So Dad kind of dragged us along to a lot of job sites pretty early on when I had a chance, so probably when I was 14 onwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then came a time to leave school. I had aspirations of joining the military at that point in time, but I was like, I'll do a gap year with Dad, earn a bit of money, have a little bit of freedom before I sign away my soul to whatever that's going to be.
Yeah.
And then 1 year turned into 2, into 3, into 4. And working with Dad, we had a little bit of conflict, I think, as most father-son relationships probably do.
Mm-hmm.
Also being a young adult myself, I thought I knew everything that was there to know, and Dad didn't know what he was doing. And in hindsight, I was very wrong. He knew what was up, but it generated a lot of conflict.
Yeah.
So at that point, it was time for me to go and pursue what I wanted to pursue originally. So I did end up going and joining the military after that. So I went into the army, did 7.5 years there,
Right.
had a family, and decided that military life doesn't really suit, especially in the army, doesn't really suit the way that I wanted to go with my family, to be the type of parent that I wanted to be to my kids.
Yeah.
At the same time, Dad was kind of winding up Spec Floors. He had it up for sale, and we were good mates. Like, Dad's my best mate. So we're talking about it all the time. And it kind of come to a point where everything just lined up. Spoke to my partner, Jade, decided that it was time for me to go and do something different. She's also army background as well, so she did 16 years.
Yeah, right.
So she'd sort of finished her time when we had kids. And then, I think Riley was 2 when I decided that we were leaving. So end of 2022, finished the year with the Army. And then 1st of Jan 2023, I was the new owner of Spec Floors.
Wow.
Bought it off Dad. And haven't stopped grinding since, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far out. That's a bit of a story. But you were also not based in Victoria, right? When you were in the military.
No, so I started. I did 18 months of training at Canberra, at the Royal Military College Duntroon, and then posted up to Townsville. So I did 3 years up there, and that's where I met Jade. And then posted to Adelaide and did 2 years there, and then posted to Brisbane and was halfway through a 2-year posting when I left.
Yep.
So that's some of the things that I didn't want to keep moving. I wanted to generate a home base, have a bit of a life where, got our own backyard. We were just living rental to rental to rental. And, you're moving into places where, you don't really want to be. I live in country Victoria now. It's lovely. I'm not really a big city guy. I get a bit closed in even when I come down to Melbourne. I like trees and grass and lakes and open fields. And
that's why we chose the big podcast room today.
Yeah, it's good. It feels good here. And mountain bike tracks. There's lots of those in Victoria as well. So it was kind of a no-brainer for us, really. And love it. I absolutely love it. I don't see myself doing anything else again after this. It's just so good. I did stay Army Reserve, so I'm technically still an Army reservist. I haven't done a single day of reserve duty since I left full-time service. So I don't think I'll go back. That's sort of been a bit of a realization this year that I probably don't really have that desire anymore to go back into that environment. Also, we talk about balance a little bit. If I start putting more on my plate, then I take from other places in my life, which is being a dad, being a business owner, being a mountain biker. You got to take from something to give to something else. And I just don't really think the juice is worth the squeeze for me anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Took you nearly 2 years to work that out?
Yeah. Well, I was probably too busy for 2 years to actually have the realization, and then stop and took a breath this year. And I was like, oh yeah, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Just focus on what I've got in front of me and try and be brilliant at that.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll kind of see the business, Spec Floors is small, right? You're talking to all of the employees right now. Except my partner Jade, she does a lot of administration and really, really helps me.
Yeah.
And then Dad comes and gives us a hand when he's not caravanning or traveling New Zealand. So he'll sort of come and give me a hand whenever, but primarily full time, it's just little old Dale with a soon to be killer grinder.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to get to that shortly, so don't give it all away. So how many years total were you in the military?
7.
7 years. 7-year gap out of the industry. Had anything changed from the time you left to the time you came back?
Yeah, just a bit.
Really?
A lot.
Tell us some about that.
Well, probably one of the first things was remote control grinders. So it was
sort of push when you left.
Sorry?
Were they all push when you left?
We just got our first batch of remote control.
Yeah, okay.
So to mid-15 is when I left, which I think is when the 820 and 680 were launched as RC. And Dad's always pretty quick to sign up for that stuff. So we had some of the first ones. I have one of the first 680 RCs here today. And it was 11 kilowatt remote control. Both Dad and I were pretty hesitant on the remote control thing at start. We used to cut lots of bridges with them. They were very difficult. So I got a brief taste of remote control machines. And then I think WORX was around.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. So I don't think we'd really transitioned across to WORX at this point. There was only really the one main player in the industry before that was doing diamond tooling and chemicals. Now it's just choose your own adventure with everything you want. The range of diamond tools that you guys have and the performance that they generate, but the longevity that you get out of the tools. I've still got some old tools, right? I've still got some very old tools. And you put them on and you're like, oh yeah, cool. Soft bond, doubles, we're going to hook in here. And then you just don't.
Yeah.
And then it gives you perspective back, right? So you're like,
Yeah.
cool. But then now we can also manipulate the grinding process, right? Like speed, pressure, abrasion, and heat.
Right.
We have control over, heat is a separate sort of thing, but speed, pressure, and abrasion, we have so much more tunability to get the maximum performance out of the machines.
How so? Or why is that?
I just think that the quality of the diamond's improved.
Yep.
You're getting a lot less vibration and chatter through the machines. The bonds have improved, so they're able to wear at the right rate for the concrete.
Mhm.
And then we have such a wide range of bonds as well, so that, and we're more educated to use them. So you're able to pick what's going to work. Like when I was working for Dad, it was go and get the hard 30s and start with that when you're doing a first cut, and then work your way back.
Yes.
Whereas now, with all of the understanding of concrete, the understanding of the machines, the environment, the way that it impacts, straight up, you're like, oh, I know I'm on this type of slab from this concrete supplier, so it's going to perform like this.
Yep.
And majority of the time, you're changing sets of tools once or twice to get your first cut tools working.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're doing. You've got it all there, and you've got combo sets, which we never were a thing before, like soft, medium combinations. We've got zigzags, rocks. We've got twins, triples. Like there's so much. It's just like.
So you're doing all that stuff too.
Well, you're trying to.
Yep.
And then understanding how they're working as well. Like, you're just listening for how the machine's working. You're seeing it move. We now got big block machines, which is a vast improvement because not only does it give you the power to push a tool with a high rate of abrasion, it's actually putting more pressure on the machine. So it's driving the tools into the floor, which we just weren't doing before. I really feel like we were just sitting on top of the concrete, and now we're just jamming these tools into the floor to push them for performance. It's really good. And then chemicals, there's the way that the densifiers and the grouts perform. It's it's so easy compared to what it used to be to do our job now. And then the sealers, impregnating sealers used to be a nightmare. You would put them down and you didn't know if you were going to be able to buff it the next day, or if you had to come back in a week, or if it was going to leave streaks, or you had to be so particular with how you do it. I'm still very particular with how I do it. And it probably drives other people around me a little bit insane because it has to be done like this, and you have to mop out your footprints, and you're wet over wet, and you're east, west, north, south, and you're doing it like this, and you've got this particular sprayer to do it this particular way so that you get it exactly right. You've got the right length mop so that you've got the right production rate out of the mop, but it's not too big that you can't handle it through the space. Yes, it's very refined.
Yeah.
And all the toolings, all the chemicals, all the machinery that we've got have just really compounded on that refinement. And then the understanding that we now have. I remember my first time trying to polish concrete with a HTC 650, and we had you remember the resins that actually had the plastic around them?
Yeah, post diamonds.
And you would smear plastic all that, and you'd have green plastic. I've still got them. You'd have green plastic on the floor, and you're just
whose idea was this?
I don't know how to get around it. It's just it's crazy that that's even a concept that we used to do. And now the stuff that we've got is just even just, you've given us choice, right? We've got the specialty range, which was great. And now we've got the specialty pro range. And now we've got diamond impregnated pads and multiple variations thereof. I have so many tools in my truck, more than I reckon I even know what to do with. But I've got options, right? I'm try something. If this doesn't work, go to that. If that doesn't work, go to this. If this doesn't work, go to that. Whereas before it was I remember running grout tools and finding rogue 20 grit diamonds in them. Then the solution was keep grinding until the diamond's gone and then go back to 30s or 60s and regrind the floor and then regrout it. It's awesome when you're about to finish off a second stage.
Yeah.
Sorry, our first stage.
First stage for the day.
And you're sweet, it's 6 o'clock, it's starting to get dark. I've just got this little bit of grout to finish. You're doing it under lights. And then zook, 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 this scratch. And you're just call Dad and be probably need to book in for another night of accommodation away so I can regrind this floor. Yeah, but like that
Pain.
doesn't exist anymore. Like having those problems doesn't exist. It's amazing. And like I've got different, like the GRTs, for example, right? Like we've got doubles, we've got triples, we go soft or medium bonds or a combination thereof. We've got 120, 140s, 160, 180s. We're running like this hybrid set under there. It used to just be medium 120 twins. That's all we had for grout. And then you step into the transition stage and the old resins would just struggle to cut those scratches out. Yeah. And now the resins that we've got can deal with a more coarse metal bond scratch. But the metal bond scratch isn't as coarse because we've got a more refined set of tools under there. So it's just like all these compounding things that just layer over to make us faster, more efficient, better quality, and less of a confusion for the operator on site. It's and then like all the hand tools that match it, like just everything. It's awesome. It's so easy. Like it's not easy. It's not easy. It's still hard.
But when you cut your teeth on the the old school, you've come back into the industry.
Yeah.
Must be pretty nice.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. But it just keeps getting better. You're like, when I came back a few years ago, I had gripes. I was like, I really think like our transitional tool needs to improve. Like I think this is a spot where I spend so much time. Yeah. And I end up doing some rework and we're like struggling with this step. And now like we've got specialty pros and we've got other hybrid tooling that we can use to fix that. And it's like that's just been in 3 years. Now I've got like a whole different range of things I can do to transition a floor. That's awesome.
Speaking of improvements, what did you come down here for today?
Yeah, picking up a GK 700.
Far out.
Yeah.
And you brought a machine with you?
Yes. The old 680 big block.
The swap program, is it?
Yeah. So Brando's taking ownership of the 680 big block. So she's going to a good home. So I'm very happy about that.
Yes.
But like historically, a 680 RC, especially with the big block on it, has been our go-to machine, right? It fits everywhere. It literally does everything. It's a Goldilocks machine. And then I had the GK for a few days up at home and got to see what it could do. And it was kind of a no-brainer for me that the GK was going to be the way that Spec Floors goes in the future and the way that I want to do my job in the future is with that.
Very dangerous thing having a GK in your garage, isn't it?
Oh, I don't think it'll be in the garage much. I think it'll be grinding lots of. Well, who knows? It's going to be pretty fast, so it might spend 20% more time in the garage than my current fleet because I'll be home more. But we all know that doesn't work. Just do more floors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the choice is yours, right? I mean, it's that tough thing, isn't it? Like when we brought out the big blocks, they were working 20% faster. So when you guys could do, a 4-day week now. I don't know anyone that did that.
Nah, I certainly haven't done a 4-day week with a big block. But I couldn't go back to not running a big block. I was talking to Hayden earlier about it. I was like, it's just the power, the pressure, what you can do with the big block. And then you go to not using a big block.
Yeah.
And you're changing tools and you're just going nowhere. And it's like, it's the same machine just with 15 kilowatts of power instead of 11 and more head pressure. And what that does to your tooling selection, it compounds. And this is what I'm talking about. Like everything in the industry has just continued to compound from I started in 2010 doing this. And from then to now, 15 years, it's just compounds and compounds and compounds. And now the machinery is caught up, I would say. I think this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest advancement we've seen in my time, definitely. I know when we went from the HTC 650 to the Husqvarna 680, so early generation, it was very similar, but we went to dual drive technology, same direction rotation. And then RC machines, it's still the same grinding head, but it's now pushing itself around. Way better for fatigue, much more time on site. And then you put a big block on it and it's just like this incredible machine that just mows through concrete, happy days.
Yeah.
I was like, how can this get any better? And then I got the GK and I started grinding my shed slab at home, which was soft. It was porous. It was open and it was in a confined space.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I didn't know how bad it was at first, mind you, grinding away. And I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. Hey, like I put double hard 30s on it, some beautiful WORX tools. Away we go, cutting through the concrete, like machines controlling it. I was like, oh, this must be really good concrete. Like GK is just eating it. And then I started having a bunch of dust everywhere. I was like, oh, I haven't been going for very long. Stop, turn the vacuum off. Boof, it's full of dust. I was like, oh, I'm cutting some stock. And then bag after bag after. I swear I spent more time changing bags than I spent running the machine I first cut. And then I was like, I just want to get a level playing field here. So I got the 820 out. I put the same tools on it, double hard rocks, and ran. And the machine skidded from one end of the shed to the other.
Yeah.
I turned it off, took the tools off, went back to the GK. And the GK just controlled it. And it was like 22 kilowatts of power, just no dramas, pushing those tools into the floor, put the frame forwards if you want, pull it back if you want, just heaps of pressure, heaps of power. But then it controlled it. And I think that's what I didn't understand, how well it was going to control it at first. I thought that the 820 was great, like really good traction, no worries. And then you go to a GK and it just has more power and way more control. And you just mosey on through everything and it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. You know, it's some good positive feedback when you've already put a deposit down for one. So
yeah. Yes.
What does Dad think of the new tech? I mean, I'm assuming that from the time that you left and you guys were leaving Ridges, I'm assuming he worked that part out before you got back.
Yep.
What does he think of the next step up now?
Yeah, he quite likes it.
Yeah.
We still have like some conflicting opinions on stuff. He was quite impressed with the way that the GK performed at home. He said he knows who built it, so he's not totally surprised as to what has been delivered to us. And he definitely thinks that it's the way forwards. Without wanting to put too many words in his mouth, I just want to be careful about what I say about what Dad thinks. No, Dad's super supportive of everything I do. We'll have behind the scenes discussions where we'll disagree, and then ultimately I own Spec Floors now, I get the say. And as soon as we've had the discussion, he's like, this is my opinion, and we move forward. Whether it's the same as mine and he's like encouraging me, or whether he's conflicting, as soon as we've moved past making the decision, he's fully supportive.
That's great.
Yeah,
is that the same agreement you guys had when he owned Spec Floors and you were working there?
No. No. I was well prepared for the army because I already knew what being a subordinate was like. Yes. Yep. Although I did probably talk back a little bit more to Dad than I did to my chain of command. And let's just say if I ever spoke back to either, neither of them went very well for me. So I kind of learned to just be quiet sometimes. But that doesn't go too well for me anymore. And it does Jade's head in a little bit that we'll tell her exactly what I'm thinking sometimes. And conflict is good. We resolve it and move forward. And both with Dad and Jade and the kids, and my little daughter Riley just turned 5, and she's got strong opinions as well.
Oh, from where do they come?
Yeah, Pa gave it to her.
Oh, that's great. So, young family, business owner. How are you juggling all this?
Yep. Yeah. So like I keep saying, I've kind of got, the business owner, parent, mountain biking enthusiast.
Yeah.
And I can do like one and a half of those things.
Yeah.
So it depends on where I'm at as to which one I take from to give to the other. So parenting's utmost priority for me. That's my most important thing I have to do while I'm on this planet. So that's where I put most of my effort. And then, the business sort of funds everything. So it's really important to keep going as well. I kind of, because it's just really me, like I do all my own sales and marketing, which is not awesome. And it's probably not the way I want to continue going. But because I do that and I do all the trade work on site, Jade does a lot of the governance administration based activities, which is really helpful.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find balance. You kind of end up taking from here to there. So like a normal day, be up early, out the door, onto site, grind away, try and get home in time for dinner with the kids. So have dinner with the kids, tuck them into bed, get them ready for bed. So 8:30, they're sort of down to bed. Depending on where I'm at, I'll either go back out to the shed, which is at home, thankfully, reorganize everything for the following day, or I'll go jump onto the computer and do all of the lovely administration that we have to do. And that's kind of how I try and find my balance. It is just by like having some discipline to turn the machine off and come home.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes it's meant I turn the machine off, I come home, and then I go back to the machine and I do another 4 or 5 hours after the kids have gone to bed.
Yeah.
That's not always the case. Sometimes it's just, I'll see you in 2 weeks when I'm finished this job. Just is what it is.
Yeah.
We've definitely gone hard at some stuff. There's been some long days, as all of us do. But at the end of the day, like you can take time back as well sometimes to give back to the family. You know, like we had a nice family trip in September. Jade's brother got married, so took up the caravan, head up to Queensland, have a couple of weeks off. You kind of have to stay on the phone a bit if people call and do some emails and stuff. You just need to make sure you take a little bit of time for that.
Yeah.
And it's all sort of give and take. And then when I step into mountain biking, that kind of takes time from everything. But it's kind of part of keeping the wheel greased, I think, is you need to have a little bit of that stress relief because it can get stressful.
Yeah.
You know, it's like young families, business, stressful, release, mountain biking. It's pretty good.
And how much mountain biking are you getting in? Because it sounds like I think that's a high priority.
Well, I rode on Sunday, which is awesome. I do the Vic Downhill series. So generally there's 6 races a year. I'll get another 6 ride days in, and then maybe sometimes before or after work on a weekend. It really, really varies. Winter, not a lot. Summer, a bit more. But yeah, just not as much as I'd like. I mean, when I was in the army, I was riding every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We'd ride, like I had it set up really well. So obviously like physical activity in the army is very important.
Yes.
So we'd do sports on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and my sport was mountain biking. So we had a really good cycling club. We'd do stuff with them. I was active in the cycling club. So we'd do a bunch of mountain biking on a Tuesday morning and a Thursday afternoon as part of what we needed to do. Definitely kept my fitness up and kept my brain ticking on really well. And I've tried to sort of carry that over, like I say, grease the wheel, keep myself running as efficiently as I can. And part of that is, getting out to do a bit of mountain biking meditation.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Where's your favourite place to ride?
I mean,
places.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah. You said you'd do downhill, man. That's not much variety in that. It's just downhill.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just straight down the fire road, no worries. I mean, generally my attention will go to wherever the next race is. So on the weekend I was riding at Shepparton.
Yep.
There's a race there in a couple of weeks' time, so really keen for that. Trying to get to Bulla just after Boxing Day for their opening season. Thredbo used to be high on the list. Bright's very high on the list. We go there a lot. That's sort of my
not too far
home training ground. There's a little track probably half an hour up the road from me in Beechworth, which is where the e-bike gets a lot of use. There's some really good trails around there. Just anywhere I can, really.
E-bike?
Yeah.
E-bike?
Yep.
What's the deal?
It's the same as asking why a remote control grinder, isn't it?
Not really. Because, the remote control grinder is trying to produce the product and the outcome, right? And I thought the product or the outcome for mountain bike riding was also the fitness. I mean, what's an e-bike doing?
Downhill mountain biking.
Downhill mountain biking.
The product and outcome is downhill.
Yeah, of course.
So the less time I spend on the uphill, the better.
Yeah, you guys, I don't understand you downhill mountain biking guys. Even more confusing than dirt bike riders.
It's kind of like we've taken this adrenaline sport, but we still have like a childish inside because we're on push bikes. And I love it. It keeps me grounded.
So you have the e-bike because mum and dad aren't taking up the hill anymore.
No. No, and I put on a few kilos since I left the army. They take a lot of more watts to get up the hill, and then the watt producing legs don't produce as many watts as they used to. So
Another feeling.
yeah. And just ride longer for further. I mean, I went for a ride with my friend Clint the other day. We we're just going to do, like, I met with him at 7. We're just going to do an hour ride around Beechworth.
Yep.
So I met him there. I was late. I was like 7:15. We finished riding at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's way over.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I think it was like 50 Ks and 1,500 meters. And I've got a lightweight e-bike.
50 Ks?
Yep.
You rode 50 Ks?
E-bike. But yeah, mountain biking. Yeah, we did almost the full Indigo Epic loop. So it was...
That's nearly 9 hours of riding and you only did 50 Ks.
Yeah, I know. None of this streamlined road stuff with downhill casing tyres, full suspension, e-bikes on very low assist so I can make it to the end. I didn't. Like, my battery went flat, which is super awesome. So, yeah.
Right, okay. Oh, that does sound exciting. I'm only taking the piss, really.
Yeah, no, I know. It's very good.
I'm just jealous, all right?
Yeah, well,
just jealous.
If you ever want to come and grab the e-bike, it's generally sitting in the shed because I'll be on a grinder.
Yeah. Are you charging this off your new grinder as well?
Well, probably couldn't I?
Have you checked the batteries compatible?
Oh, I don't think so. The e-bike's 72 volts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, but the generator running the machine definitely charges it. Yeah. So
you get to see some good places that you could actually ride doing what you do.
Oh, yeah. You sit up on a hill on the side of Bright looking over at the mountain bike tracks and being like, I love my job, but I really like mountain biking.
That's where I really want to be.
Yep.
So, well, we're going to move on to the next part here, and I'm going to get you to empty your pockets if there's anything in there. And we're going to see what Dale Lumsden carries in his pockets for a typical day at work.
So the phone
just
on
came
flight
out,
mode.
On flight mode. There's a knife.
It's rare.
Did we not frisk this guy before he came in?
I got a lolly wrapper.
Yep.
We're traveling light today. I got the car key.
Yep.
And then I've got a wallet full of receipts that I need to give to Jade so she can quit the transactions.
All right.
Yep.
Far out. What's the knife for? Is that because you were coming to Melbourne?
Yeah. You never know when you need to cut stuff.
Well, that's an interesting combination of stuff. And that's is that a Ford
Ranger.
Ford Ranger key?
No F trucks or Rams here.
No?
Nah.
F truck free zone?
At the moment, yeah.
At the moment?
Yeah. Nah, well.
Aspirations?
I would rather spend my money on nice concrete grinders and drive a Ranger.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, we appreciate that here.
Yeah.
And what flavour was that lolly that you chose?
Lemon.
All
Yeah.
right.
One of the life spices, a little bit of citrus and a bit of sugar. I don't know if the citrus was real or not, to be honest, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
It's a balance in the diet.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's talk about Spec Floors. Talk about a bit of balance. Where you hoping to go? You said before that you're not really hoping to continue on a path of having to do all of your own sales and marketing yourself. So let's talk a bit more about the future. How does Spec Floors look like when you look back in 10 years as opposed to coming back to it after 10 years, 7 years?
Yeah. Dad's had lots of growth.
Yeah.
I think he had like 7 employees at one point.
I remember that.
Yeah. Lots of problems. That's not where I want to go.
No.
I'm quite content with a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. So I want to have enough. The industry is saturated with more concrete polishers than ever before, and that's only going to continue to grow. Mm-hmm. I'm very much pushing that Spec Floors is at the forefront of that in terms of quality and customer satisfaction. So service and our production is still going to remain the highest priority. At the moment, for me to achieve that, it's doing it myself. And I don't really see it changing. That gives me my flexibility back to control balance. Where I really want to grow is in the sales and marketing, which I'm very lucky to have a driven partner, Jade, who next year, once Riley's in school and Hallie goes to kindy for 2 days a week, that'll free Jade up to start doing a little bit more time in the office to really get up on top of that, which I see that as the way that we're sort of going to cover that hole. And then I've been working with Chris Agenbach a lot as well, and we really bounce off each other and work together well. So when we take on big projects, we can do them together.
Yep.
I probably am going to have a better rate than him though, because I'm going to have a GK on the floor, which is worth something. But yeah, so Chris and I, in sometime this financial year, recently, we tackled 2,700 meters together of a commercial grade zero exposure mechanical polish floor, which we did in 11 days.
Yeah, right. Good going.
Yeah, I was also concurrently doing 160 meters of shop floor, like full exposed high gloss. So I'd do days with Chris, and then I'd pack up and take the truck into Albury and do nights in there, which was some long day. It was a long 2 weeks.
Oh.
It was a long 2 weeks, yeah. There's a few 18-hour days in there to get it done. And there was reasons that were outside of my control that meant that that's what I was doing. The shop had been delayed due to some asbestos the week prior, so it was scheduled to occur before. So I ended up with a few free days a week before. So I tried my best to get a little bit of rest, get all the stock sorted in the truck properly, get everything, all my ducks in a line.
Yep.
So all I had to go and do was execute for the next 2 weeks. And it worked really well. Chris's guy, Shane, got very ill, which added more complications to it. Yeah, he got very sick. He had tonsillitis very severely. So then between Chris and I, and then Dad came in and gave us a hand as well, we just, all of a sudden I had a good amount of work for 2 weeks, and then this other job overlapped, which made a fair bit of work but manageable for 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden we're 30% down on our workforce, which made too much work for 2 weeks, but we got through it.
Yeah.
I think that was the week after I had the GK, and I was like running my other machine, and I was like, geez, a GK would be nice now. This would really break the back of this job. So yeah.
Oh gosh, far out.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick up on something you said before, that for you, what's really important is quality and service rather, quality and service. What does that mean?
It's firstly understanding the product that we're delivering, and where it needs to be. Not every floor should be a high gloss, fully exposed mechanical polished concrete finish.
Says who?
The industry, apparently. Customers. They don't all want that, apparently. So both from understanding the aesthetics and functionality that a customer wants, through to understanding the actual mechanical performance of these floors. I'm not going to go and do a mechanical polished concrete finish in a mechanic's workshop, because that's not the right finish for various reasons. So like understanding why that floor is not appropriate for there, and then applying the right product. A car salesman isn't going to sell a Ferrari to everyone. Ferrari's the best car, but it's probably, there was an example.
Okay.
There's an example. All right. Yeah. Don't get into the details here. But if a Ferrari was the best car, it's not going to cart my grinder around. So it's not necessarily the right product for me. So I need to make sure that my products are tailored to their use. The clients understand any limitations that might have. And then getting as close to perfection as possible and continuing to improve on the execution of delivering the floor.
Yeah.
So whether it's continuing to enhance on the time frame that I'm doing it, so whether I'm doing it quicker, no scratches, fully saturated with densifier, fully grouted, attention to detail on the edges and the corners, gloss, clarity, all the rest of it, or not gloss when people want it. Balancing not having machine marks through the floor, which is really difficult to do. So like trying to continually improve on all of these processes and all of the chemicals and tooling that I'm using to do that, so that I can deliver the best product for the client and have them as educated as they can be, and delivering these projects on time.
Yeah.
I guess that's really where we want to go. And then a feedback loop with our customers as well, so that they have the opportunity to tell me where I can improve so I can get their feedback as well.
Yeah.
And then understanding how their floor's performing for them, so that I can continue to improve on where the floors are going to go for us in the future.
Sure. That's good. When are the kids starting?
Yeah. I've got a 420 at home and I've already had Harley pushing it around. Yeah. Well, it's really little and she's really little, so it works. But Riley has actually come to work with me already.
All right.
Yeah, when she was 4. So she was pulling plastic down. I gave her some pocket money. So she was able, and she's still saved her pocket money now. So she's definitely more like her mum than I am. So the kids love it. I actually think it's an industry that could support them if they wanted to in the future, but I'm probably not going to push them into it as much as Dad might have pushed me into it. Let them forge their own destiny. I mean, Dad gave me the freedom to do that myself as well. Yeah. It was my choice to come back. I keep telling myself that it was my choice to come back. I chose this for myself.
Was this happening when you were grinding that shop at night and doing around the clock shifts?
Yeah, I was like, I did this to myself. I did this. Yep. But luckily, Lockie turned up and made me coffee one night, which was very much appreciated. Britt even came in as well and saw us. And those visits make it all a little bit easier. It means that I got a little bit of a safety net for that stuff. But
yeah, it can be otherwise a pretty lonely job.
Yeah, I did this to myself and I love it. And if my kids want to do that, then that's totally up to them. But I'll probably push them to go and do something for themselves first.
Downhill mountain biking.
Yes, maybe. No, whatever they want. Yep. Whatever they want to do, I want to give them the opportunity that they can pick that. And that's one of the key things that I'm working towards, as well as working hard enough to provide enough financial flexibility that my next generation, my kids, can go and pick whatever job they want without having to worry that they're earning enough money to support themselves. So giving them that sort of flexibility. So it's like they want to work in a bike shop, which maybe I wanted to do at one point. You don't earn much money doing that. But if they want to do that, then they can without having to worry too much about their short-term future financially.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So looking back in 10 years, that's where we've got to be looking from.
Well, I'll probably be doing the same thing, let's be honest.
We'll come see you in the bike shop.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming in today and sharing about Spec Floors, your past and your present and future. I believe that you've got to go head out back and get acquainted with your new GK.
Yep.
So I appreciate you taking the time out, coming all the way down here, and you're going to put it in the calendar. Put it in the calendar to meet up in another 10 years. I'll be seeing you before that.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, Dale.
Thank you, Josh.
This show is proudly supported by WORX Plus. WORX Plus brings total solutions to all concrete grinding and polishing contractors to make it totally work for their daily operations. We hope you've enjoyed this show. Make sure to tune in each week where we're going to dive deep into all things related to concrete grinding and polishing. We're here to help you so that you can boost your outcomes on the floor.